Hello again, everybody. Welcome to USA Wrestling Weekly. I'm Scott Casper. It's time to bring you up to date on all the news and features from USA Wrestling, the national governing body of our sport. We'll start the week in upstate New York. That's where USA Wrestling hosted a pair of men's freestyle duel meets with a talented young squad from Russia. Both of these duels were webcast through the world by Flow Wrestling and USA Wrestling, but there were plenty of wrestling enthusiasts in attendance to support their team. The first of the duels was held at Shenandoah High School in Clifton Park, just outside of the state capital, Albany, New York. The event was the senior debut of high school star and cadet freestyle world champion Pico of California. He drew Emiev at 145 pounds. He got his offense going to Pico, racking up 8 unanswered points to win the match by tech fall. For his performance, Pico was named the Mat.com Wrestler of the Week.
I love wrestling so much that, I do it. I'm willing to do it, and it's a family effort. If I didn't have my family support, my grandpa who flew all the way out here to watch me, so there's always a family member with me no matter what.
Let's go back to the start of the duel at 121. Russia's Amak Suryan led things off with an 8-4 victory over 2012 Olympian Sam Hazewinkel. An emerging Russian star, Alexander Bugmayev, was dominant at 132. He beat U.S. World Team member Nick Simmons 8-0 in a tech fall. After Pico scored the first USA win at 45, American star Moza Faye tied up the duel, locking up a cradle to pin Boris Mukayev at 163. Faye avenged a loss to him from last week's New York AC International.
I lost that Russian at the AC, the NYC in the finals, and so had a week, to go back and see exactly, what I did wrong, and it was good, good to get some redemption in that match.
Well, Russia took a 3-2 lead at 185 when Vladislav Gabarev came from behind to defeat 2013 U.S. World Team member Keith Gavin, the final score 8-4. 2012 cadet world champ from Russia, Georgy Gogayev, clinched the win for Russia at 211 pounds. It was an impressive 10-2 decision over past NCAA champ Dustin Kilgore. Young heavyweight star Tyrell Fortune closed out the meet on a high note for Team USA. He took a 2-0 win over Russian Alexander Kusarev, making the final team score 4-3, Russia over the U.S. We talked to Fortune about the big win.
It's about smart wrestling and strategy. I know he's looking for reshots, trying to get easy go behind, so I want to make sure I take a smart setup and a smart shot so I don't give him anything.
Well, starting off the duel meet, 2 women's freestyle international exhibitions took place. A pair of young American stars hit the mats, both natives of New York. Gianna Burkhardt, who hails from Long Island and wrestled at Longwood High, was impressive in her senior level bout at 130. After hitting a nice double leg takedown, Burkhardt pinned veteran Canadian star Michelle Fazzari in the very first period.
They were just great crowd cheering, so I fuel off that. I love that stuff at Fargo. You just get hype, want to get the pin for the crowd and everyone, so it was fun.
Well, a FIDA cadet match was also featured with high school stars from both nations competing in her home gym. Shenandoah's own Alexis Porter opened up her offense to score a 7-0 tech fall over Canadian Keegan Colley.
It's an incredible opportunity to come out here in front of my home state, my home crowd, represent the country I love. You can't ask for much more.
Stay tuned. You're watching USA Wrestling Weekly.
ASICS has been there. They've been the lifeblood of the sport. It's been a long time, and they've been at the top of the game every year, forever. And I'll tell you what, now that I think about it, maybe that's where I've gotten my inspiration, because I always want to be in the top of my game in wrestling, and I think that's where ASICS is and wants to be as well.
Well, the American and Russian wrestlers drove just a few hours west to the city of Ithaca. That's where the second dual meet was hosted on the beautiful campus of Cornell University. Rob Cole, the head coach of the Big Red, hosted the duel, and they drew a large crowd. Russia came out of the box strong with 2 straight wins. At 121, Surian was in control against former Cornell All-American Frank Pirelli, earning a 7-0 victory. In a battle of 2 of the best young wrestlers in the world in their divisions, Alexander Bogmayev stopped American Jimmy Kennedy 8-0. Well, Team USA got on the board at 145. That's when 2-time NCAA champ and 2013 U.S. Open champ Kellen Russell hit the mat. He won an entertaining bout against Amiev. Both athletes were able to score big points, and the match was tied 11-11 in the closing seconds. But it was Russell who scored a 2-point tilt, firing up the crowd when he locked up the pin. Only 3 seconds remained on the clock.
Definitely want to get a big win and start the roll here. Hope we can rally off the rest of them there. But I knew I had to go and win either way, whether we won or lost these matches before.
Next up, hometown hero Kyle Dake. You remember Kyle Dake. He made big news last year as the first collegiate wrestler to ever win 4 NCAA titles in 4 different weights. Well, he did so while competing for Cornell. Dake's a local athlete, having started at nearby Lansing High School as well. In his bout, the 4-time champ scored on 2 push-outs and tied up the team score at 2 each.
Game plan was to get on his head, start taking some shots, put 2 shots together. But I just wasn't able to get it going. I got the lead, was able to get a couple push-outs, was in a couple scoring opportunities, didn't capitalize.
Well, Team USA took a 3-2 lead at 185 when former Oklahoma State star Clayton Foster got his offense rolling with a 9-1 tech fall over Gaboyev.
It's definitely my expectation to tech him. That's my expectation in every match, but sometimes you just don't get it.
Russia tied it all up at 3-3. Gaboyev beat Cornell's NCAA champ Cam Simez at 2-11 by the score of 9-0. So it all came down to the big men. And Team USA sent out past Lehigh NCAA champ Zach Ray. He'd face Alexander Kusrayev. Ray scored the only 2 points of the bout and sent the fans home with a smile on their face as Team USA beat Russia by the final score of 4-3.
I'm used to dealing with a little bit of pressure, but it didn't come down to me. Clayton wrestled great. Kellen came through huge, and Jake wrestled a tough match. So it's a team effort, team win.
Well, last week we talked a little bit about the joint training camp that took place between the 2 teams at the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Lake Placid. That's where the freestyle national team and their guests from Russia went through an intense week of workouts just prior to these dual meets. USA Wrestling's Richard Emmel documented the training camp for themat.com. He was also able to capture the group tour with the USA and Russian delegation as they visited Olympic venues at Lake Placid that hosted the 1980 Olympic Games, if you recall. It was the site of the Miracle on Ice, where the United States beat Russia and went on to claim Olympic glory in hockey. Some exciting young stars were in attendance looking to make their mark on Team USA. Aaron Pico of California made his name known throughout the world just last August, capturing the Cadet World Gold Medal in freestyle. Training this fall with Team USA, Pico is also getting ready for his first season on the senior level at the age of 17.
I think it's a great opportunity that I have to wrestle with senior level guys. I mean, the speed's different. I think by doing this, it's going to help me progress as a wrestler, and that's ultimately what I want to do.
Tyrell Fortune has been a winner at all levels. A high school star in Oregon, he won national titles at the junior college and Division II levels. He's currently ranked 2nd on Team USA in men's freestyle.
I didn't really feel it after the NYSC, but after the second day here, my body's getting real sore. But I always look forward to these national camps, come here, get really good training, catch up on all the international rules and things changing. So I always look forward to these.
Olympian Sam Hazewinkle is committed to continuing his career and is looking to make his first U.S. Senior World Team at 121 pounds.
I obviously didn't wrestle as well as I wanted at New York AC, but it was first tournament back, and it was getting back in the swing of things, and I was actually fairly happy with how I wrestled. Not ecstatic by any means, but not upset either.
Angel Escobedo was an NCAA champ in Indiana. He's developed into a top freestyle star, competing in his first world championship at 121 last summer. He placed 5th in the world, but his goals, well, they're far from being fulfilled.
I'm ready to compete again, and here at camp, learning more, going over review of the world championships, and just trying to get better.
2-time world team member J.D. Bergman is a leader on Team USA and is on the hunt for his first world championship at 211.
it's got to start somewhere, I guess. And it was good to watch some film. And this training camp was, not a very intense one or anything like that. But we got some Russians here, so we got to wrestle around with those guys a little bit. And just camaraderie was something I really like.
Rising star Clayton Foster, who excelled at Oklahoma State, now trains at Wyoming, has become a freestyle standout at 85 pounds.
Being able to wrestle with these higher level guys, opening up my offense on them, trying things out, just getting in positions that I need to get used to.
Well, USA Wrestling Weekly is excited for the opportunity to bring you behind the scenes with Freestyle Team USA during these important training camps. Look for more training camp coverage on coming episodes. Your USA Wrestling News continues when we return. Stay tuned.
Wrestlers, are you ready for the next step? USA Wrestling challenges you to test your skills at the USA Wrestling Cliff Teen Athletic Folkstyle Nationals. Become a national champion. Head to the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa on April 5th and 6th to compete against the best wrestlers in the country. Last year's event featured 1,200 cadet and junior wrestlers from 32 states on 26 mats. For more information about this event and other tournaments, visit usawrestlingevents.com.
Each season, Liberty Mutual's Responsible Sports Community Grant Program awards $65,000 to youth sports organizations and school sports programs that demonstrate their commitment to responsibility in youth sports. Your organization could be one of our 20 winners this season. It's easy. Simply visit responsiblesports.com and click on the Community Grant Program. Administrators register their organization with the program, then reach out to rally parents, coaches, and team supporters to log on and review either the Responsible Sports Parenting or Responsible Coaching Guide. Then complete the quiz and showcase your mastery of the concepts. Every successfully passed quiz is worth a point that you can credit to your favorite youth sports organization or school sports program. Connect with friends, family, and neighbors to rally more support. The teams and schools with the most points at the end of the grant period win. It's that simple. Watch the leaderboard throughout the grant season, then rally more of your supporters to increase your totals. Liberty Mutual is committed to celebrating and championing youth sports and to financially supporting organizations that demonstrate their commitment to responsible sports. Join the movement and start earning points toward your community grant.
Well, as the college wrestling season continues, and it continues to heat up, USA Wrestling is excited to bring you our next series of Google Plus Hangouts with some of the biggest names in college wrestling. This past week, two different powerhouses joined Richard Emmel and a worldwide audience. First up, the Oklahoma Sooners, one of the nation's most successful Division I teams. The Sooners boast 7 national team titles and 66 individual national champs. Oklahoma is one of their best teams in years and will likely contend for a team title at this year's championships. Veteran coach Mark Cody joined the hangout and talked about his team.
I think at this point, with what we've worked on so far, it's a process. We know it's a process all through the season. And but I think where we are right now is we're on pace to do great things this year.
NCAA champ Kendrick Maple returns as a senior this year and will move up to 49 pounds, and he looked for his second straight NCAA title.
It was just an honor, a blessing. It's a great team, great family to be a part of, and I finished out the season with my with the goals I wanted to, and hope to try to duplicate that this year.
Well, the highly touted Andrew Howe was an NCAA champ and 3-time All-American for Wisconsin. He transferred to Oklahoma for his senior year and seeks out his second crown.
From competing in 2012 to 2013, it was good to get on the mat before this college season got underway, and good to get some matches in.
Well, another senior looking for a national title for the Sooners, All-American Jared Patterson.
Like my offense wasn't quite there, which kind of can be expected being the first match, and a couple of mental errors I felt I made in the match, especially at the end.
Well, Big Ten powerhouse Ohio State also joined USA Wrestling. Two-time NCAA champion freestyle star Logie Bear Stieber took part in the hangout. He'll move up to 41 pounds his junior year. He hopes to earn his third straight title.
If you see me at practice and stuff, I'm always training to be the best and beat the best. So, for the big matches, I just, I try to keep calm and do what I normally do. The coaches and the training partners I have will always have a good plan.
His younger brother, Hunter, well, he's an All-American. He'll take a red shirt this year and continue to improve on his already impressive career.
I'm a little older, so I can kind of show Bo and Nate kind of the ropes, I guess, a little bit about how, how college wrestling is, and, we can all just get better that way.
Two-time NCAA All-American Nick Heflin is also jumping up a weight this year, competing at 97, his senior campaign.
97 is just a healthier, energetic Nick Heflin. I feel strong. I trained all summer and a lot of strength training with football. So, I honed in on some wrestling, built some new muscle, and I just feel a lot better at 97.
Well, another top Buckeye star joined in the fun, Ian Paddock. He's looking to have the best season of his collegiate career.
The goals that I had coming in, just because I haven't accomplished them yet doesn't mean that I don't want to do it anymore. I know I wrestle, I've wrestled since I've been here. I've wrestled with, some of the best guys, Reese Humphrey, Logan Stieber, and I know I'm right there.
Well, the College Google Plus Hangout series will continue with the Duke Blue Devils, followed by other top programs who are signing up for future showings. For details, visit themat.com. Remember, if you miss it live, you can view the archive video on USA Wrestling's YouTube channel. Well, this coming weekend, Friday, November 22nd, the Victory Wrestling Challenge will be held at the Ralston Arena in Omaha, Nebraska, and we'll be there. Fans still have the opportunity to purchase tickets at the arena for the great event. Great card, by the way. International wrestling at its best, produced and promoted in an MMA style. There's a great story by Craig Sesker on themat.com this week, focused on the Dominguez family, all from the Omaha area. Well, the idea of bringing top wrestlers together for the event first came from successful USA Wrestling coach Zach Dominguez. He reached out to MMA promoter Ryan Stoddard of the Victory Fighting Championships. Together, they organized the very first wrestling challenge. Two of Zach's younger brothers were recruited to compete on the card. Eli and Isai Dominguez were wrestling stars at Creighton Prep High in Omaha and for the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and they also wrestled in Greco style. Eli Dominguez, an NCAA Division II runner-up, is scheduled to face past University of Nebraska NCAA qualifier Rich Kiley at 163 in freestyle.
Fans that have not seen this type of wrestling can expect to see a lot of aggressiveness, hopefully a lot of attacking, and a lot of basically just a lot more wrestling than what they're used to seeing.
Isai Dominguez, an NCAA Division II runner-up, is scheduled to face 2012 Olympian Harry Lester in a Greco-Roman bout at 163. Lester's a two-time world bronze medalist.
You'll see some excitement, some great matches. You'll get some experience to higher level wrestling. A lot of people in America just know about college and high school wrestling, which is folk style, and this spreads a little light on Olympic style wrestling, which is freestyle and Greco, and help them get more acquainted to it.
Well, the Victory Wrestling Challenge is a 12-bout card that brings together Victory Fighting Championships, first-class promotion of events, and grassroots wrestling clubs. A portion of each ticket sold will go back to USA Wrestling. Now, you need to get to Ralston Arena in Omaha, Nebraska by 7:30. That's when the bell's going to ring, and we'll announce the start of this exciting event. Well, as part of a service to the local community, a group of Olympic Training Center freestyle athletes helped lead a tour at the OTC for a Boy Scout troop set up by pro football star Carl Mecklenburg. He's a hero, of course, of the Denver community and throughout the country. The wrestlers led the Boy Scouts around the training center complex, spoke to them in the wrestling room about their experiences as international stars, and set up some fun activities for the kids, including a rope climb challenge. It was a great way to expose a group of young people to the Olympic movement and the wrestling community. USA Wrestling intern Samu Sataki captured this great footage for us. Football star Carl Mecklenburg talked about meeting the wrestlers who helped mentor the kids.
I was a Boy Scout as a child, and my son is a Boy Scout too. So my son's a member of Troop 361, and we're really excited to have the chance to come and tour.
Well, John Reeder, a past NCAA champ for Iowa State and top freestyle star, enjoyed his time with the Scouts.
I got asked by Bill Zadek and the coaches if we would come down and just meet Carl Mecklenburg, and when his name came up, I said absolutely. and to be able to give back to the kids and show them what we do day in and day out I think it's a great thing.
Junior world champ Kyle Snyder embraced the opportunity to work with the young people.
I thought it was awesome to meet some of the kids. It's a great opportunity for me to meet them and kind of learn how to speak in front of a large group of people because I want to coach Honda Motors.
Resident athlete Garrett Ryan talked about the excitement from the kids when they got to meet the athletes.
It was really great seeing Carl and all the kids make it out here. It was a great event being able to show them around the training facilities and kind of what we're doing with our lives and whatnot. Got them all out, had them climbing on the rope. It was a really fun time.
Brooks Clemens was another one of the USA wrestlers who spent time with the Boy Scouts.
I really enjoyed it. It inspired me a lot. The first video we saw, the Winter Olympics Games, and then just seeing the Boy Scouts and how they looked up to us, it really shows that we're here doing something more than just for ourselves.
Well, USA Wrestling athletes often take time to give back to young people and promote the sport, and this visit with the Boy Scouts is a great example of the special qualities within the wrestling community. Don't move, we'll be right back.
There comes a point in your life that determines who you are, whether you will lead or follow, whether you will fight or give in, whether you will win or lose, and what you will count as your victory.
Well, excitement continues to build for the second annual Grapple at the Garden in Madison Square Garden in New York City, set for Sunday, December 1st. The card will feature 16 collegiate wrestling teams and dual meet competition during the event, of course, plus a pair of USA versus Canada women's freestyle bouts that will feature American world medalist Helen Maroulis and Adeline Gray. This week, we announced another exciting feature of this year's event, an international dual meet between club powers from the New York AC and the Titan Mercury Wrestling Club. All three Olympic styles will be on display in the 7-bout duel. Now, the AC, based in New York, will battle Titan Mercury, which is headquartered in L.A. Both clubs feature top American stars. The New York AC team features Angel Escobedo, who was 5th in the world last year. He'll take on Kyle Hutter at 121 in freestyle. Another interesting men's freestyle bout pits young star Terrell Fortune of Titan Mercury against past NCAA All-American Kyle Massey of the New York AC. That'll be a heavyweight bout I'll want to watch. On the women's side, Jenna Burkert of the NYAC will square off with junior world medalist Jennifer Page of Titan Mercury at 138. Well, the Greco-Roman bout will be an interesting one as the NYC's Greco-Roman star Mark Stenberg will move up in weight to go against Wynn Mahalik, a freestyle star, giving Greco a try at 211. Headlining the event, a men's freestyle bout between 4-time NCAA champ and Titan Mercury wrestler Kyle Dake. He'll take on past NCAA champ Bubba Jenkins. For more details, look for him on themat.com. Tickets start at $20, can be found at Madison Square Garden's box office or all Ticketmaster outlets or online at thegarden.com/grapple. Well, the international season continues this weekend as top U.S. athletes in all three styles will enter the 2013 Haydar Aliyev FILA Golden Grand Prix in Baku, Azerbaijan. Well, the event starts with Greco-Roman and two-time Olympian Spencer Mango at 121. Two-time world team member Joe Betterman at 132 will represent the USA. Next up, women's freestyle, and 4 U.S. World Team members will be on the mat there, led by world champ Elena Paraskova at 138 and world silver medalist Helen Maroulis at 121. They'll be joined by world teamers Victoria Anthony at 105 and Veronica Carlson at 147. Now, the final day of action features men's freestyle. Team USA has 7 entries there. It's 2013 World Team members Angel Escobedo at 121 and Keith Gavin at 185 will start things off. Prize money, of course, will be awarded to the medalists by the organizers, with $10,000 to gold medalists, $5,000 to silver medalists, and $2,000 to bronze medal winners. Well, U.S. athletes are eligible for bonus payments as part of USA Wrestling's national team contract, which for this event consists of $3,000 for gold, $2,000 for silver, and $1,000 for bronze. The USA also has Greco-Roman team competing at the Haavisto Cup in Finland, all led by 2012 Olympian Ben Provisor. He'll do it at 185. And 3 members of the 2013 U.S. World Team will join him, Andy Bisick at 163 and Jordan Holm at 185. And anchored by Robbie Smith at 264. Well, it's time for our USA Wrestling Photo of the Week contest. The pictures, of course, sent in by families and fans from around the country are being considered for our contest in our USA Wrestler magazine and our Facebook page. This week, the photo was taken by Brady Blackett, showing 7-year-old Cooper Blackett closely watching his wrestling hero Taylor Lamont of Utah while competing at the Western Junior Regionals in Pocatello, Idaho. The picture shows how young athletes look up to older stars all across the country. Great photo. Have your pictures considered simply by emailing them to Gary Abbott at usawrestling.org. Fans, that'll do it for this week's show. From all of us here, I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching USA Wrestling Weekly.